increasingly complex and persistent humanitarian challenges, the international community is facing unprecedented challenges. Protracted conflicts, large-scale disasters, and increasing numbers of people displaced by war and climate change have put the world at a crossroads. According to the ICRC in 2024, there are 120 ongoing armed conflicts in 60 countries, involving 120 non-state armed groups. The involvement of external actors has made these conflicts more complicated and polarized. Reports by the Office of the UNHCR show that 117.3 million people have been forcibly displaced, including 68.3 million internally displaced. These figures are expected to increase, especially with renewed armed conflicts such as the Israeli war on Gaza and the escalation of conflict in Sudan. By 2023, the United Nations estimated that more than 360 million people, which means 1 in every 22 people in the world, were in dire need of humanitarian aid to survive. Amid this growing polarization and politicization, humanitarian organizations face more challenges to deliver essential aid. At a time when the need for an effective and coordinated humanitarian response is greater than ever. An example of this failure is Gaza, where more than 2 million people are facing catastrophic humanitarian conditions under the ongoing war, with an almost total lack of access to basic necessities. In light of the increasing global challenges, humanitarian diplomacy remains an essential tool for supporting stability and alleviating human suffering. Its comprehensive and multidimensional role is evident in fostering cooperation and solidarity to address humanitarian crises. Achieving this goal requires a collective commitment from nations, communities, and international and local organizations, as humanitarian challenges know no borders, and the response must be equally inclusive and dynamic. Together, we can build a more humane world for all. In this respect, the state of Qatar has played a leading role, not only by providing humanitarian and development aid, but also by achieving tangible successes in mediation and negotiation. With its strong diplomatic ties, Qatar is uniquely positioned to play a pivotal role in advancing global humanitarian diplomacy. Qatar's contributions extend beyond the timely and efficient delivery of humanitarian aid, encompassing active engagement in mediating some of the world's most complex conflicts, such as Gaza, Sudan, Afghanistan, and Ukraine. Qatar's efforts include launching the largest evacuation airlift for Afghanistan, with more than 130,000 people evacuated, in addition to hosting several roundtable discussions in Doha to support humanitarian efforts in Afghanistan. The visit by Her Excellency Lolwa bint Rashid Al Qatar, Minister of State for International Cooperation at Qatar's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, to Gaza is an example of Qatar's commitment. The state of Qatar has played a pivotal role in negotiating ceasefires, facilitating the entry of humanitarian aid, and advocating for the respect of international humanitarian law. Qatar has also played a key role in mediating prisoner exchanges and family reunifications, particularly in the Russo-Ukrainian War, emphasizing the importance of respecting the principles of international humanitarian law. With the increasing need to protect civilians and ensure the delivery of humanitarian aid, Qatar's humanitarian diplomacy continues to effectively serve as a beacon of hope for saving lives and preserving the dignity of victims of conflict. As the world faces mounting humanitarian crises, the efforts of nations like Qatar remind us that through solidarity, diplomacy, and unwavering commitment, we can overcome even the most daunting challenges. Qatar's role in humanitarian diplomacy has not only saved lives, but has inspired a global movement towards compassion and cooperation. In a world where conflict and suffering know no borders, neither should our humanity. Together, we can build a future where hope triumphs over despair and peace prevails over conflict. Together in humanitarian diplomacy for a better tomorrow.